Hello and welcome to a video on cleaning a mucky pond. So in this video what's happened here is the owner of this pond actually passed away quite some time ago, and it's just round the corner from where I live, and you can sort of see it from where I live as well. So I've known about this pond for quite some time, and I knew the guy that lived here, but the people that have sort of took over the house, obviously it's not sold yet, so it's just going through that sort of process. I've no interest in the fish at all, and I've sort of just left them to their own devices, and I've been trying to contact them for quite some time to say that I'll just clean it just so fish just don't die, because, you know, to me it's just a bit sad leaving it in the state. It doesn't matter if it takes me a couple of hours to get a really good clean, which it probably will, but as long as the fish are fine and happy after that, then I'll be quite pleased. So there are quite a number of fish in here. I think there's about 15 to 20 fish in this tank. Obviously it's cleaned by one of these Oase screenmatic filters, which isn't very well. We'll have a closer look at that in a minute. I used to have one of these filters. I don't mind them, they're pretty decent. But same with the pressure filter that I've got, you've really got to clean it quite frequently. And this one hasn't probably been cleaned in a year, so we're going to find some interesting things, I think. So I've come quite prepared. I brought a few things: generator, pressure washer, and a pond vac, and a wastewater pump if I need it. The reason I brought the generator actually is quite an interesting one. So because I don't have access to the house, there is power here, so this is where you turn the pond on and off, but I don't trust that my pressure washer or pond vac won't trip it out, and if they do, I can't get into the house to turn it back on, and then I'm really buggered, you know what I mean? So I'm using the generator just to not affect the pond in any way. So yeah, let's have a look inside the filter and get on with it. So let's open it up and see what interesting things we're going to find. So I do know that this screen thing isn't working, or it doesn't appear to be working. I've tried to sort of get it to move and it just didn't happen. But yeah, it's pretty clogged up, so I'll have a look at that, see if I can sort of fix it and see what's happening. But you could tell just by the condition of in here that lid hadn't been took off, and nothing's been done to it for quite some time. So what I'll do is I'll turn the pump off. So there we go, that's the pump off. Probably have to wait for the rest of the water to empty out of here, but let's have a go at this. So put that down there. What we want to do is have a look at what these filters look like underneath. Yeah, so there is supposed to be plastic caps on these, I believe, so that you can use the little thing to push them down properly, but I don't know where that is. But you can quite clearly see that it's not been cleaned in some time, and it is absolutely thick in here with some quite unpleasantness. So it's going to take a little bit of work to clean this out, but there we go. Right, I'll see what I'm going to do, get everything set up, and I'll get back to you. So I've set everything up, I've got my tank, I'm going to put my everything in a tank, got my little generator over there to power my pressure washer. So what I want to do now is I'm going to take these sponges out. I'm probably not going to be able to do it on camera, but let's make a start. So let's take this out first. Yeah, you can sort of get a gist that there's a lot of muck in that. It'll really make the plants grow. Yeah, I've opened the drain valve, so this is where it comes out here. So it's quite unpleasant. So what I'm going to do is take the little wire out that joins the tank together. Don't lose it. And then let's see if I can one-handed get this out. No, I don't think there's any way. Yeah, I'm going to have to come back to you, I'm afraid. So there we go, that's them out. As you can see, they were absolutely solid in muck. Yeah, I've got to really get that out in a bit. I've used pond vac, I think, to get that out. Maybe get a bit of a wash and that out. But yeah, just absolutely solid. So let's have a look at them. So yeah. Yeah, so this is just muck. That's not filter. That's just pure muck. And I tell you what, the smell is real. The They weigh an absolute ton. There's a worm there, look. See if I can get him out. I mean, worm in it. Well, I wouldn't have thought that. Strange one. Oops. Let's put him over on guard, innit? Where's the best place? There you go. Go over there. Hide. Yeah, so that is some muckiness. So what I'm going to do is give these a good pressure wash down. Actually, another thing to point out, I know this is one of my tanks, so I'm using one of my tanks to clean out somebody else's pond, which sounds like a massive mistake. I don't use this one. So specifically, the black one is only for wastewater. I'd never use it for fish. I never put fish in it, or fish don't go anywhere near it. So I'm fine to use it for this. Purely because you can't really see fish very well in a black tank. So I use the blue ones to actually put fish in and look at fish. So yeah, don't use the black one, apart from muckiness. So it's fine that I'm cleaning somebody else's filters in it. It's not really a problem. So what I'm going to do is hose these down and get on with it. There we go, what I'll do now is just take them to pieces. Like so, and then I'll try and get all these worms out and that. Another big worm there. I've never seen a filter with worms in it. Weird. That. That's some mean filters. So you can damage a little bit with these filters. I got a little bit too close to it with pressure washer there. That's why I use such a small pressure washer as well, because it tends not to, if you just keep a good distance, it won't really damage these sponges. So you're better off having a cheap as possible pressure washer that's, if you want to clean these sort of things. It does a good job. Don't really rip it to pieces. If you've got a good one of them, a good pressure washer will just cut that straight in half. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come back to you when I've cleaned all these, because they're absolutely solid. I think it's just going to take me quite a long time of just going back and forth and doing the same thing over and over again. So I'll come back to you in a bit. So we've given these things a good clean. They're all over here. They're really, really mucky. So internally they're all, it's really difficult to get out. Really, the one replacing these, they're tired, let's put it that way. So anyway, next thing we're going to do is take all this muck out of here. As you can see, it's certainly mucky, and it smells. What do I do with these things? These are a unique thing of this filter, like a little gravel thing, some sort of biological attempt at a biological stage, but we'll get into cleaning them in a second. So what I'm going to do is just go around it with vac. Let's see what we can suck up. There we go, that's a lot better. There's some mucky water in this tank. Really mucky water, so I'm just pumping it over there. I don't want to really go over there. That looks quite unpleasant. But yeah. It'd be really good for plants. The plants will love it. Ooh. Yeah, look, like slurry. That is slurry really, isn't it? Not very liquid. Glowworms, I think they're dead. Right, there we go. It's just started to rain on us, so I'm using my phone to record it instead. I don't know what all these things do, let's turn them all on. See what happens, see what muck comes out. So there we go, it's running now. The pond pump could probably do with cleaning. I've just had it out and had a look at it and it let that muck out there. The only trouble is, if I start disturbing that, it's going to be a massive job. So what I'm going to do is just leave that, hope the muck comes through into this, and I'll just keep cleaning the filter. Yeah, pretty much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close that valve there and I'm going to let this fill up a bit. Oops, I want to lift that up. Close that. And then I'm going to give these a good wash round like you're supposed to, because they are still absolutely scruffy. So we've got this thing. I'm sure there's supposed to be a plastic thing on top of here. But, you know, it does it anyway. So, yeah, there we go. Might have to do just keep doing this every couple of days or so. Try and keep on top of it a bit. And it should be right. But I don't know, it had to be raining, didn't it? I weren't wet enough. There we go. Right. See what's coming out. Yeah, see, look, still quite revolting, the water that's coming out. It's pretty damn mucky. So what I'll do is I'll just let it drain the pond a little bit, and then I'll probably just send it to the send it straight to system, send it straight through. So I'll put that down. This doesn't appear to be working, which is a bit of a shame, but the muck will just fall on here and that's just how it'll have to be. It'll just get pushed up or whatever, or I'll just keep vacuuming it, because vac does it quite nicely. That might do it. Let's see what comes out into the pond now. Hopefully it's not too mucky, but we'll give it a couple of days and I'll show you what it looks like in a couple of days, see if it's any clearer. You can just, you can see a bit down, but obviously you can't see any of the fish. They're stopping out that way. There we go. It's the first bit of water coming through the freshly clean filter. Doesn't look bad. So what I'll do now is I'll put it all back together, go back home, get a couple of days, and we'll come and have another look at it a day later, and you can kind of make out the fish. Actually looking good. Could do with another clean probably, but getting there. At least the fish look happy and you can see them now. Don't look bad at all. There we go. It's a lot better actually. You can compress them now. Although it should have a plastic cover on top. Sure it should. Ah, right in eye. That's just what you need. have a look what's coming out it. Can't it? Yeah, look at that. It's only been a day. Here we are a week later, and you can see them all now. A lot better. Fish look happy as well. I should have brought some food around with me actually, give them a little bit to eat. But there is, with this pond, there's obviously tons of worms in it. There's plenty for them to eat. But yeah, I can't believe it actually. It looks really well. Quite pleased with that. Yeah, so there we go. If you like this video, please like it. If you want to see more videos like this and fishy related videos, then please feel free to subscribe. Any questions or comments, then please put them down below, and I shall see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.